Hello and welcome to another update video about Sandbox. I just had a look, and the last time I talked about Sand, well, it's not Sandbox, it's Sand. Last time I talked about Sand, that was end of August, and when I made the video, we were just coming down here. We were just coming down in this sort of last wave, and we talked about the idea that this could be the last leg down, basically, that this fifth wave could nearly be complete. But at the time it was here, we didn't have any evidence that a low was in place, but we're certainly close. Yeah, and now we broke out of this wedge pattern. So basically, anybody who watched the last video was very much aware that we're very close to a low potentially on this chart. And indeed, it looks like that. We had a WXY structure here on the chart. And to me, at least, it looks as if a somewhat more lasting low might be in place. So this chart has formed a very questionable 5-wave move to the upside initially. You could even count it as a 3-wave move. So it's not, in my opinion, a high quality chart. I have to say that, because the thing is, do you count this or not? Right? That's the problem. Okay, you could put the 1-2 here. Very questionable. Most importantly, though, the long-term support, which is the 78.6 retracement level, that did hold. And as long as that holds, and that's 10 cents basically, 9.6, the focus can be on a potential third wave rally in the next bull run. So let's take a look at what we can now expect from the price action. First of all, let's just assume the bear market low is in. Let's just assume it. What would then happen? Well, we would be watching for a 5-wave move to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically 2 new all-time highs in this third wave. So let me just change the wave degree here of these. We want to take a look at what would be the target for this wave 1, because that's really the next target that should that we should be really interested in. Okay. And we can do that by taking the length of, and I have to start down here because I don't know where to start this one, right? So we have to be a bit careful with this wave count here because it's questionable. Even though, as I said, I could put the 1-2 here. So let's just start there with a fib measurement, take the length of the wave 1, then we go to the low of the current wave 2, and we have to add all the fibs. And then the ideal first level to watch for this wave 1 would be at $2.45. So you see how much of a move needs to be done in order to reach that. So that's an ideal target, the 38.2 fib extension for wave 1, $2.45. Could also stretch out to $9.40. So let's see. But obviously this wave 1 then will also have 5 waves. Okay, so just be aware of that. Now looking at the short time frame price action. So if we assume a low was in here, that was the low in September, the 11th of September, then you can see very clearly that this here was a 3-wave move to the upside. Now, see, that's now where we have to interpret it correctly. It could be that this is just an A, B, C structure in a wave 1 of a leading diagonal. Okay, so that's possible. And by the way, all the gaming coins started to move now. So we can say, okay, we had an ABC in wave 1, then the wave 2. But what's this? This looks like a 5-wave move. So to really say what it is, we need more price data. Because yes, I could say, okay, maybe this was wave 3, okay, but then this was 3 waves. This looks like 5. Or even, you could even say it's 3, but it's not ideal structure the way. So anyway, looking at fib extensions, normally we want a third wave in a diagonal reach the 1.236 extension as a minimum. Can also do the 1.618. This is reached now. So I think I leave it like that. We could also say wave 1 was here, and then this was an A wave overshooting B wave, C wave down, but that doesn't make any difference right now. So maybe we leave it like that. I will now give you support for wave 4. I would have to assume this is a diagonal pattern, so we give it a little bit more space for a potential pullback. And it would be the golden ratio, which is support, and Again, that's not necessarily target, but it's support. So that means below the 30.9 cent level, I would assume that this already failed, okay? But for now it seems to be pushing. Let's see if we can add a trend line. Not really, so just leave it. For now, it seems to be able to push. It broke out of this wedge pattern, which is good. And I'm waiting if the price can form 5 waves up. Afterwards then, we're going to watch for a 3-wave move to the downside. Bear in mind, there is at the moment no indication a top is in place, so further extensions can happen. If further extensions happen, what would be the next extension level anyway? So the next extension level would be likely the 200% extension at 38.5, and then the 2.618 extension level at 42.6 cents. These can be reached quite quickly if further escalations happen. What I'm watching here is a potential. That's too early to confirm, but we have something similar on the mana chart. Maybe we get here a bit of an inverse head and shoulders. Yeah, when we get up there, which is the 48, 49 cent level, and it develops a right shoulder. So I just want to make you aware that this is going to be resistance up there, and certainly could be could lead to an inverse head and shoulders. Because on some other charts, this is a bit more obvious. It's obviously too early to say, but for example, we might do this, similar to Solana. Might get there and then do the pullback afterwards. And then this would be the right shoulder and we push. Yeah. I think Solana did Solana do a right shoulder? I think it might not even have done that. I think it broke directly. No, it did. It doesn't matter. So anyway, this is Sand. So certainly, again, like with all the cryptos that I'm covering, or with most of them, I assume that a low is in. It will really only be confirmed after 5 waves up, 3 waves down. That's the routine. That doesn't mean we wouldn't focus on the upside. We do focus on the upside because it seems like the at least the multi-hour trend is up. We see where it leads us. Support is well specified. So yeah, I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.